Mm, really?
Hello.
Hey, Doris, I was just thinking that we wasn't going to have it. I was like, okay, let me go upstairs and finish doing my clothes.
I know Brenda on the line waiting for somebody to let me in.
Hey Doris, how are you, dog?
Hello.
Shirley in Chicago. Good to see you, baby cakes.
Hey Shirley. Looking
How my
for
Shiro doing? You gotta text me the information I need so I could be your model for the Dudley
who?
Hair Scope.
Okay, I'll send it to you.
Thank you, thank you. Oh, let me
Betty
ask a
Watts,
question.
Mississippi.
What if I dye my hair before we do that? Can I
It
do
doesn't
that or should
matter.
I wait?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Thank
Uh,
you.
Hi, Miss Betty.
Hello, hello. How are you? How's
Brenda
everyone?
from Virginia. Doing well. Thank you.
okay, you guys. I mean, I'm as ready as I'm going to be. I don't know who's hosting today, who let us on, but we're on.
Now we've let you on here, but we're what do they say? We're in the middle of something. But hello, everybody. But it's on, so y'all can go ahead and do your thing, dear.
Who is this?
This is Melissa.
Hey,
Mhm.
oh, listen, I didn't even recognize your voice.
Yes, yes, yes.
The eclipse went well.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh my God. So now we got to work because we got things we're behind. But yeah, everybody stopped for a minute to pause and we got our glasses and it was breathtaking. So definitely a
That's
spiritual feeling of just understanding the power of the universe, the power of our creator, and just feeling so connected and just realizing this new phase is beginning. So let's get ready, guys. So I know you got it from here. I don't know if you have slides or anything, but I'm
no.
going to let you do your thing, girl.
Okay, you
Okay.
guys. Okay, very good.
Okay.
Well, just share with us. They was at the eclipse and everything went well. I watched a little bit on TV, and it was amazing to see how I guess the moon go over the sun and darken everything. So and that means we absolutely have no power to change that. Anyway, let's get started. Today is about you are what you eat. And on that note, we can't expect nothing else but what we put into our system. And the one thing I really am excited about Akana, not only is it in the hands of God, which you've seen today if you watch the eclipse, but you also mean that we are the controller of what we put in our body. And Akana has definitely took a step forward in helping us in that direction. So today we're going to talk about some of the foods that we eat. And I always like to talk about the good foods first because we got to get our body in an alkaline state. And most of us don't even, and I think everybody at a counter know their blood type, especially if you've been around a while. But if you haven't, you need to know your blood type so you'll know what to eat, even how much of it to eat. We need to know our blood types. But as knowing what foods that are good for hair growth may not always agree with what the blood type is saying, but at least we should consider it because when it comes to our meat, it is telling us what meats we should eat. But in the meantime, we must know that it's not always good. Okay. And that is chicken. Chicken is probably the worst, but we've been accustomed to eating chicken so long, it's hard to stop eating chicken. And turkey, uh, fish. Fish is always said to be good because it has protein. Fish is high in protein. And lean cuts of beef. Beef is said to be good for our hair restoration, but as you know, beef is not good for our overall body function. But it provides amino acids needed to help grow our hair. Meat, beef, and pork and all that stay in the system too long. It takes it too long to process. Okay, so we got to be very cautious of that. Now we look at eggs. Eggs are said to be good because it is rich in biotin and protein. Eggs can strengthen hair and promotes hair growth, but we know too much eggs is not good for us. And back in the day, my grandmother, she used to take eggs and beat it up really good and put it on our hair. That was a part of a conditioning program, but we didn't intake it in our body. We just had it as a protein for our hair. And hair is made of protein. Okay, that's what we call the keratin. Also, it can help strengthen hair and promotes hair growth. That's eggs. Eggs are good in that for that reason, but we don't want to take on too many eggs. And you want to make sure that eggs is good for your blood type. Nuts and seeds, we have almonds, we have walnuts, we have flaxseed, chia seed, and that's packed with omega-3s. Now we also get our omega-3s from our salmon. So we also have it in our hemp-powered hair. Also, they say when you look at a nut, look at the nut and see how it's shaped. Now, a walnut is shaped like the brain, so it helps support the brain. And then you look at a cashew, it's shaped like a kidney, so it's good for that reason. But it also is high in fatty acids, biotin, and zinc is good for hair restoration, all of which supports healthy hair. That is our main goal here at Arcana, is to support what our body needs. And we need those things to help make sure that we have healthy hair. And healthy hair is our goal. Healthy scalp is our goal to make sure that that happens. Then we have spinach. I love spinach, but some people don't. Kale, we have kale. I love kale. Some people don't. I love collard greens. I love mustard. So all those greens are good for our hair and our scalp. It promotes healthy hair. Okay, it contains and support hair follicles. Now, you know, a hair follicle is a follicle that support a strand of hair, sometimes more than one. But if we do not have a healthy follicle, we're not going to have healthy hair. It has been proven that one loss of a follicle is loss of a strand. Then we have fruits. Of course, we have oranges and we have strawberries. They provide vitamin C. We need vitamin C. Its support for collagen protects and make it stronger. That's the end results, is to have our hair stronger, to keep it on our head longer, and not to do anything that will jeopardize that. We also have the grains, okay? White grains that take like oat, brown rice. Those are things that are good for us to have to help support stronger hair, longer hair, and also vitamin, which is our iron, and our zinc, essential for healthy hair growth. Now, iron is kind of tricky because you can have too low of an iron count and you can have too high of an iron count. Now, if a client or if a patient goes into a doctor's office and they get diagnosed with hemochromatosis, that means they have too much iron in their body, and that will cause them to have hair loss. But how would they know that if they have never been diagnosed? How would you know that if they never tell you? So when you're looking at their scalp and examining their scalp, and if you're a healing hair day consultant, you're doing it with the trichoscope, you may see areas of lost hair, spaces that is too far apart. That's an indication that hair loss is present. Then we have our beans and our linguines. Okay, that's important because we need to get those things in our body also, like chickpea, lentils, kidney beans. Now, I'm not a bean person, so I don't know about too much about beans because I really don't like beans. I grew up in the South, and in the South, we had plenty of beans, but I'm not a bean person. But I know one thing, if I was losing my hair and they said eat some beans, I probably will sit there and figure out how to make it taste good to me. Okay, so if you're a bean lover, that's good because it's rich in beans are rich in protein, they're rich in zinc and biotin. And biotin and zinc, all of those things help support great hair health and hair growth. That's very important. Now, how many of you like avocado? I love avocado. You can take avocado and mix it with a little bit of anything and make it taste good. It takes on the taste of what you're mixing it with. Okay? It contains vitamin E. It's a healthy fat, by the way. You
Yeah. My first one.
Hello? Are you guys muted? It would be good if you are. Okay? Then we have, and of course, if it's a healthy fat, it's going to be healthy for you. But like I said again, some people don't like avocado. There's things that you don't like that could be good for you and good for healthy hair. So you have to find out what is your substitute, okay? Then sweet potato, love sweet potatoes in any form, but it's not good if I load it up with sugar, okay? It's high in beta carotene. It's the body is want that. It wants the beta carotene. Vitamin A, sweet potatoes support a healthy scalp and promotes regrowth. Report has great growth qualities. So we got to think about that. So those are some of the things that if you would be eating could cause you to have a much better hair growth, strength of the hair, strength of the follicles. But if you're not eating those things, then sometimes it makes a difference. Now, I always say when you go into the grocery store, if you stay on the outer perimeter of the aisle, you are getting the best food. You're getting the vegetables, you're getting the meats if you are a meat eater. You're getting foods that will spoil easily if it's left uncooked, okay? Those are the foods that really helps in healthy hair, healthy scalp, healthy follicle. That's what we should be focusing on. But instead, most of the time we're focusing on the food that's down the aisle. That is the food that we want to stay away from because those are the foods that promote hair loss, such as the sugary and the diets, sugary diet foods, the diets that we intake. Those are the ones that causes us to have inflammation, thinning hair, imbalanced hormones. That's when you need to go see an endocrinologist when you feel your hormones are not in balance. That food that I just named, high sugary foods, are no good for the body. And when I scope a client and I see a lot of inflammation, I let them know right away. Inflammation is an inside job. It's what you're putting in your body. Now, some people say, well, when I eat my food, I pray over it. It doesn't matter if you pray over it. It's still going to have the same results, the same effects that you will get in the body. That's very serious. Then we look at processed food. Processed food is that food that you get down the aisles, like your cereal, your food that never spoils. I'll say that. If you look at the processed food, that is the food that really causes us the challenges. And we want to stay away from the foods down the aisle. Most of them have no expiration date, okay? If you take a Twinkie, and it's been proven, and you bought that Twinkie January 1, well, January next year, it'll be the same Twinkie, have not spoiled. So that means you shouldn't be eating that. That is not good. Then you look at alcohol, people who drink a lot. Alcohol it dehydrates the body. And when you're dehydrating the body, guess what? You're not getting good things in or out. Dehydration is not good. The body is consists of 85 to 90% water. And if you're not getting the water, if you're not drinking the water, guess what will happen? The body will start taking on its own water. Now, if you're drinking a lot of alcohol, it only speeds up the process. So if you do drink a lot, kind of cut back on the drinking. That is not good. Then we have caffeine. Now, caffeine is said not to be bad, but if we're drinking a lot of it, it could be bad. So we want to think about the coffee intake that we take. We have a great coffee at Akana. We just got to know we need to share it. See, we get good things and we don't share. Here at Akana, we want to share the good things. We want to let people know what is good for them, because we have a product line, our SOS line, and our hemp powered hair, which is a part of that line. But we need you to help support it by taking in the right foods, by getting rid of the wrong foods, by just making sure that your body is in the proper state to receive our system. We have Flat Belly Lifestyle, which has become one of our main leading ones because it's healthy for the body. It helps get rid of all the toxins. And when you're full of toxins, that means that inflammation is everywhere. Also, when we scope the scalp, we're looking at if the pores are clogged. Now remember, our pores get rid of our toxins and it lets the hemp-powered hair in. Now, if you have clogged pores, we need to get rid of that. Now, how do we get rid of that? We do scalp facials. That helps get rid of that because skin is the largest organ of elimination. But if it can't get out, guess what? Nothing will get in. So we got to think about that, okay? Now, let's look at hemp-powered hair. I love the fact that it is a product that supports healthy follicles, because the first thing I always like to say is it has black seed oil in it. Black seed oil is an oil that helps soothe the itchy scalp. Most of us, when our scalp gets to be itchy, what we do, we pick up anything to stimulate that scalp, that urge to soothe that itchiness. But when we do that, we stand a chance of damaging the follicle, because the follicles are like about 0.3 centimeters beneath the epidermis. So we cannot just go in there and dig in around and damaging everything. Because once you lose a follicle, it is lost, okay? That's what happens with a follicle. Then we got to look at rosemary. Rosemary oil, DHT blocker. What does DHT do to the hair? It absolutely chokes out the nutrients. And when it chokes out the nutrients, you're going to kill it. It's going to absolutely die. And then if you're not eating properly, what happens? It's lessened the chance of survival. Then we have peppermint oil. Peppermint oil is one of my favorites because it stimulates the blood circulation. And what we always say about that, if blood don't flow, hair won't grow. So I love the fact that peppermint oil stimulates that blood circulation and helps support the follicle. Then we have our cinnamon. Cinnamon is our antioxidant. And our antioxidant, it goes there, it gets rid of those free radicals. You know the ones I'm talking about that just run around in your body, making havoc, killing off cells, not paying any rent. That's free radicals. You know some human free radicals too. Then we have baobab. Baobab is that tree of, I say, love and life coming out of Africa. That oil helps with the vitamin C as well as the iron. And remember what we said about iron. If it's too much iron in the body, that means it could be as dangerous as to less iron when it comes to hair growth. Then we have moringa. Moringa is that oil that helps get the body healthy, the overall body. And see, one thing I love about Akana, they did their homework. They didn't just throw stuff together and said, I hope it worked. They did the homework to make sure that it worked, okay? Then we have lavender. Lavender is microbial. It is also help kills the germs and like an antiseptic to the scalp. Then we have lemon oil. Lemon oil is an antiseptic. It cleans up the scalp. It cleans that shaft. And the shaft, again, is the hair that is above the scalp, not beneath the scalp. What lies beneath the scalp is the root. So if anybody say, don't forget my roots, press my roots, color my roots, relax my roots, that you don't want to agree to. You quickly say, no, I cannot get to your roots. Don't want to get to your roots because you can cause a lot of havoc if you did get to the root. Then we have salmon oil. Salmon oil is that salmon that brings on that omega-3. It makes that hair stronger. It makes that hair shiny. And that's what we want. We want to bring out the natural shine, the natural growth of the hair. That's what we want to bring out. Then we have, of course, we have our CBD oil. Our CBD oil is the master. CBD oil brings the body back into focus and back into balance. And that's important, you guys, because we want to eat healthy. We want to eat the things that we know brings our body into an alkaline state. But in our hemp-powered hair, we have CBD. We have CBD. We want to start focusing. We want to look down at our plate and say, wow, my plate looks so colorful. Not look down at that plate and say, wow, how brown, how unhealthy this is. But I'm going to pray over it. It'll be okay. No, remember, you are what you eat, okay? Now, we didn't just stop there. I mean, hemp-powered hair has done an amazing thing, starting with myself. Because when I first came to Akana and we looked at the CBD, we looked at hemp-powered hair, and I just simply said, I have been diagnosed with CCCA, and I am losing my hair in the top. I need something that's going to stop it. Melissa said, this is it. Try it. I said, Melissa, it may not work for everybody, but it really got to work for me. And so I started taking, did I take it like the company say? No. I absolutely took it every day because I was so nervous about losing my hair. I did not want to lose my hair. So I took it every day. It took about 2 months for it to start showing its face. And 8 months, I was totally back. I was excited, okay? I took it and my hair came all the way back. And I know a lot of those drugs that you take out there, once you stop taking them, your hair falls back out. So I said, well, let me try this. I stopped for months.
Just right here in front of us. We have to go back on the property. Right now, as you can see behind me, that property is.
And yes, thank you guys. I knew we had something great. So I said to our CEO, I said, you know what? We can't just stop here. We got to get a shampoo that would keep moisture in that hair, a shampoo that would cleanse that hair and scalp. We got to do that. What happened? We did. We came out with our shampoo, and now it's a 3-in-1 shampoo. Not only does it cleanse the hair, it cleanses the face, it cleanses the body, and it's amazing, okay? It's squeaky cleans the hair, meaning that it's a clarifying shampoo. So we had to make a moisturizing conditioner to come back with it, and we did. And our moisturizing conditioner puts moisture back into the hair, which you gotta have moisture because that's what hair is made of. Then we have our detangler, which has the wheat protein. Our hair is made of protein. So there's a balance there. We have moisture, we have protein, which balances out the hair because you can over moisturize a head of hair as well as over proteinize a head of hair. And that's not good, but we have the balance in there. And men, we didn't forget you. We have the beard oil. The beard oil, the men today are wearing some beautiful beards. And I believe that's because the sports figures are wearing those beards really pretty. So now we have men that are using our beard oil to bring their beards back. And if they're having hair loss issues, they use their beard oil on their scalps and massage it in. And just like we do with the hemp powered hair, we massage it in on our scalps and we drop it in under our tongues. And we are getting some great results. Do we guarantee? No, we don't guarantee. But from testimonies, we let you hear the testimonies of the people who are getting great results, and it is working. Now, does it work in the bottle? No. Does it work on the shelf? No. Does it work in your drawer by your bed? No. It works on the scalp and under the tongue. And I'll say to people, don't be discouraged if it didn't work in 2 weeks. Hair doesn't grow that fast, okay? You get 6 inches in a year, and you get 1/4 to an inch a month, and that is dependent on the way the follicle is made. Because if you have a straight follicle, straight hair comes out. If you have a flat, a bent follicle, wavy to curly hair come out. If you have a flat follicle, extremely curly to kinky hair come out. So you got to know what your follicles are like, okay? Now, again, stay away from the sugary foods, stay away from the alcohol, stay away from the processed food. Those are the foods that gives you inflammation. Those are the foods that contribute to hair loss. You want to get into your green leafy vegetables. You want to get into your grains. You want to get into your fruit. You want to get into your avocado, your sweet potato. Those are the foods that gives you hair growth. You want to look into maybe some meats. I don't know what your blood type calls for, but fish, salmon, chicken, beef. Those are foods that help contribute to hair growth, but you got to make sure they're for your blood type. Are there any questions? You can unmute yourself if you have any questions or concerns. Anyone have any questions or concerns?
No, and it's nothing in the chat.
I gotta ask a question. You're recording, this is recorded so we can get it in our app, right?
You know what? I'm not
Yes,
sure.
it's recorded.
Yes.
Cloud. Yes,
Yes.
it's recorded.
Okay,
Oh.
thank you.
You're
Uh-huh.
welcome.
Great. Okay, if there are no questions, Brenda, in the chat, there are no questions live, then I'm gonna let you guys get back to the eclipse. Did anyone see it?
Not I.
No, I didn't either. It wasn't in California either. Yep.
We just got a little darkness in Virginia, but I didn't see it.
Uh-huh. Everybody on the line, are you going to a conference? Is everybody going to?
I am.
Shirley will be there.
Shirley, you gonna be there?
She said yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'll be there.
Brenda, you're gonna be there, right?
Yes, I will, with bells on.
Oh, okay, okay. So that's awesome. I'll be there also. And all of my Healing Hair Day consultants, I want to have a moment with you.
And I need you to remember to text me the information so I can be your model.
I
Or
will.
let me. Thank you.
On the 18th.
Well, you'll give me the correct.
Yeah, I'm going to send it to you, but I was just letting everybody else know if you're going to be there, I'm going to be doing a Healing Hair Day at Dudley Beauty School in Chicago on Thursday. So if you guys would like to come, just send me your text message, your phone number, and I'll text you the address. It should be a really good day at the school. So anyway,
How far that be from the hotel? Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay.
But if you get with Kathy, I think she's gonna come over. And Melissa's supposed to come too. So
Okay.
you make you get a ride with one of them. Or even with me. I don't know how I'm getting over there really, but if you're at the hotel, just communicate with me.
Okay. Okay.
We'll get to. So anyway, guys, I hope something was said today that made a difference and will make a difference. And just keep on pushing it. We're gonna make it happen. And I'll see you guys next Monday. Same time, same bat station.
All right.
Okay, make it a great one.
You too. Good night. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.